Hey guys, welcome back to Paradise. So if you guys have been following us since the very beginning when we took off in our Ford Escape, we haven't had any crazy solar setups, but today we made a big change in ours, so it's been pretty nice. So I'll show you what we got going on here. But so when we first took off, we had the Anchor solar charger, or solar panel. That was just a 3-panel one that folded up. And we had that for about 2 years, and we thought it broke, but we always just hung on to it just because, we could always maybe fix it up later or something like that. And we ended up buying the big blue solar panel, which we've been using for pretty much almost the last 4 years, and in January it'll be 4 years. And it's been working fantastic. It's a 4-panel one. But lately it's been really starting to fall apart, or at least the fabric's been falling apart. So we decided, we were trying to figure out if we wanted to get another one or see if we can do anything with those ones. So pretty much just the wiring was coming apart between the panels because it folds so much. The wires sometimes snap or they just come disconnected, and they don't really give you a lot of excess wire in there in order to connect them back together. So that actually is what happened with our first panel, which we didn't really realize until the second panel had that happen. So it turned out with the Anchor solar panel, the last panel was completely disconnected, so we weren't getting any power from the last panel. And with the big blue solar panel, actually the top panel became disconnected from the bottom 3, so we were actually only using 1 panel of the 4. So once we reconnected them, it worked as well as it was supposed to from the beginning. So we rewired both of them actually, so now they both work pretty much like they're brand new. And what we did with it was, oh, it's really sunny. There we go. We just stapled them to a board here. So this is just a little piece of like paneling that we found, and we stapled both of the solar panels to that, and then so we rewired them, and then so we had to cut the fabric off in between there, and that's just some electrical tape going over top of those so the water or anything can't get into it. But so now it's just on a board, and we could just like lean it up against a rock or a chair or anything like that instead of having to drape it over the chair and it fall over. And then we obviously just won't have it out in the rain or anything because we can't fold it up anymore, but we can just lay it like up in our bed and stuff when we're traveling. So it works out really well. But the really big bonus now is that we can have 4 things charging at once. So we just Velcroed these. Well, that one's taped and Velcroed, but we just taped those to the board there. So now we can actually have 4 things charging at one time. So that's like a huge bonus now. So now we got pretty much double our output of electricity, so we can charge pretty much almost everything that we have. So we have a phone that we charge with it. We have some battery packs that we charge with it. We have a flashlight that charges with it. We have a light bulb that charges with it. We have a couple other things. I can't remember everything that we got is solar, but we have lots of things. Pretty much everything we have is run off of solar. So it's our Jackery power bank. That we charge off of that thing. That just turns into the 110 outlet, which is, we don't use a ton, but it's just another battery bank. But it's been great. So now we can just leave it sit here, and it gets better sun angle because I can angle it at whatever angle I want to the sun. When I was on the chair, it was pretty much just always flat, so it never really got a good angle to the sun. So now that we're at, like, we can have it at a 45-degree angle to the sun and just rotate it every once in a while. But this goes to show you that you should just hang on to your old things, even if you think it's junking out, because you can always rewire these things. These things are actually really simply made. There's just little wires. There's 2 wires that come out of the power or the connector thing there that you plug into, and then there's just 2 wires that run down each side, or 1 wire that runs down each side, and that's the whole thing. So if yours isn't working, you just cut that fabric off in between there, and there's pretty much the wire right there, obviously where it's folding at, is probably going to break right away. So yeah, our Anchor lasted 2 years. Our Big Blue's been on 3.5 years now. But they're both fixable, so I just found some wire along the way, stripped it, and then wired them both together. Made it a little longer, but it seems to be working fine because that one actually, the Big Blue actually has the kind of the screen on it that shows you what your input of electricity is, and it's reading exactly where it should be. So it's been great. We can charge a lot more now at the same time. Just goes to show you don't need to go out and buy new stuff all the time. Just hang on to your old stuff. And we've been toting that Anchor around for 3.5 years, and we finally were able to use it again. So now we can, I don't know, now we can keep everything really nice and charged. So just goes to show you guys what we've been up to with our solar panels there. Saved us $70 because we were almost ready to buy another Big Blue one, but we're going to see how long we can stretch them both out for. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.